Hi there, it's Carrie, and we're going to do a little something differently this time. This video is primarily for students of my Earn with English online masterclass that's just finishing up. And since we are just finishing that up, you are entering what I call the investigation phase of your journey of becoming an English teacher online. Because now you know that there are a lot of different ways to earn, there's a lot of different platforms to choose from. There's a lot of different things that you can optimize or leverage, knowledge bases, previous experience that you can put out there into this global marketplace. So now the time comes to do some investigation and find out where is the best place for me to be working? Which one of these sites is the best fit for me? How do I present myself to students? Are there a lot of students on any this particular platform looking for my specialty in addition to English language learning? So we need answers to all of those questions, and here are some ways to find the answers. So let's go take a look. I know that we talked about several different paths to doing this, and I'm gonna touch on them all, but I'm gonna start with being a tutor. So I've chosen 3 different sites that you could, and there's lots of them out there. This is just for the purposes of showing you what this investigation phase looks like. So here I've gone to Prepley, and you'll see on the site that there is a place where I can find tutors. So I can go in and I can look at all different kinds of tutors on here, and I can see what they say about themselves. I can watch their videos. I can see what they're charging. I can get a lot of really good information from here. I can even see what students are saying about them, which tells me from a student's perspective what's important to them. So here's how I encourage you to do this. Go onto some of these sites, take a look, go into the teacher bank and find the area where it says search name or keyword. So for example, last week I had a gentleman who was said I come from a real estate background. So here we go. Let's just put in real estate and see what comes up. So out of all of these thousands of teachers who are on here, 47 of them have used the term real estate in their profiles. So that's good news. It means that there are a few people on here who are doing this, which might at first seem like competition, but you really do want to see some people on a platform doing it because then it indicates that there are students out there looking for that specialty, right? So another thing to notice is that on Preply, the newly joined come up at the top of the search bank. So that's really nice because one of the hardest things to do, of course, is to get people to book sessions with you. So Preply understands that and they put you front and center when you get on here. So when you activate your profile, you want to be sure you're ready to start taking students so that you can really take advantage of this newly joined um, sort of preference that they give you. As you scroll down, you see here's another gentleman. He has almost 40 active students that he's working with, and he's taught over 3,000 lessons on the platform. So you can click through and see what he has to say about himself. You can read more. You can go take a look. Oop, if I'm here, I can go take a look at his video. I know that this is coming up in Mexican pesos. My apologies, I am in Mexico. But when you go on here, you will see this in US dollars. So start taking note of some of the things that these people say about themselves, especially if they have the same specialty as you do. Now, maybe you don't have a specialty in real estate, so you would just put whatever search term you have there, and you can maybe even try a couple of different ones and see. So here's another site called Italki. Right here, up in this corner, I see find a teacher. So they're letting me look at this from the perspective of a student. I'm going to come in here again, and I'm just going to put in real estate, just because you're just seeing how to do this investigation phase. So here is the first person that comes up. They've taught almost 600 lessons. there's you can see on Italki the video is what they believe does the selling. I don't even see the intro unless I come here and look. I'm only going to see a little bit and then I can click to read more. Once I click to read more, I get the page where I can view the video. I can see what this person says about themselves. You see the format that italki uses: a little about me as a teacher, my lessons and my teaching style, and my teaching materials. So if you wanted to be on italki, for example, these are some of the things that you would prepare perhaps for me to take a look at. You can scroll down. You can put different prices on different lessons. You see some statistics, and then you get to see what people say about each one of these teachers. So you can get some really good information from that. Let's just go and take a look at another person here who used the search term real estate. And you can see, guys, a lot of these videos, this is just this gentleman, Lonnie, looking at the camera, talking about himself. He's taught over almost 2,000 lessons, 300 students. Um, he has a little bit about himself, what he specializes in. Go ahead and take a look at that. What I want to show you is here's some of his reviews. He gets really great reviews. He has nice people saying things about him. Thank you very much for correcting my pronunciation and grammar mistakes. I enjoyed our varied conversations. These are the things that are important to the student now, okay? He knows some tricks and rules for correct pronunciation. That's a key thing that you could put in there. um, just go through, note down anything that really strikes you, because if it comes out and it jumps out at you, it resonates with you, and it's something that you can work into your own profile. So here I've gone to another site called Verbaling. I happen to know that Verbaling is not taking on new tutors at the moment, but it doesn't mean that it's not a place where you could go and be getting information for your investigation phase. So you can see I've already put in real estate. I've looked at some of the tutors on here. You get to see there. Now the video is not quite as prominent here on this site. What you see first is the photo, a little bit of written information, and then the video appears off to the side. So for those of you who are not comfortable doing video, don't want that to be your main selling point, but you will do it, one of these other sites might be better for you. italki, the one that we looked at previously, the video is front and center, okay? So just take a look at what people are saying, look at the feedback that they're getting, pull out any words or phrases or ideas that you get from this, look at how they're presenting themselves on each platform, see what feels good to you. This is all part of the investigation phase. So here is another site called Wisant. So Wisant is not necessarily it is not an English language site specifically. There are all kinds of tutors on here. If I click on this and go to search for tutors, um, you can, well, let me go to their main site. Sorry. You can see, math tutors, science, English, language, test prep, other tutors, all kinds of accounting, economics, finance. So you can tutor anything here. Um, and we want to go in and search for tutors. So you can see I've already done this. I put in real estate. I got 98 people who put real estate in that exact um, term, like that exact real estate, into their profile. You can see clicking through, this does not have a profile video. at all. This is all one photo, a little bit about themselves, their education, they have their schedule. This is very straightforward, very simple and easy, and a lot of different things being offered on this site. This gentleman charges $40 an hour. He's taught 353 hours. So you can go and do the math. Some people are making some really big money on here. Another person, $150 an hour. $70 an hour, $50 an hour. This person here just says, I explain complex concepts simply for $65 an hour, and he's done it for nearly 50 hours. So, you know, there's a lot of variability out there. Now let's switch off of tutoring and take a look at doing being more of an employee. So when you're talking about these sites for being an employee, like sites like Cambly and Open English, for example, you're not going to be able to look at their tutors. What you can do is go to their site and take a look at what are they saying about how they do business. What are they specializing in? Does this feel good to me? Does this seem like the right fit for me? You can look at, they specialize in organizations, so more like business English. What they have a whole kids section that for those of you who want to teach kids, if you go right here, you can click through to courses and see what different kinds of courses they offer. Of course, this is the site that I talked about that is a log in and talk type of site. So conversational English is the big winner here. They also have English for travel, intermediate English for travel, conversation topics, professional development, expressing yourself. So do you want to know what kinds of topics that any student out there, no matter what platform you might be interested in working on, is excited about and wants to pursue? Even looking here on Cambly, even if you're not interested in working for Cambly, topics like caring about our planet, mind body health, raising children, the Olympics, eating and cooking, um, e- technology. These are the kinds of everyday things that people want to talk about. You could work those into your profile or video no matter where you're deciding to do this. Here's another option for being like an employee. This is Open English. We also talked about this one. Of course, you're looking at this from the student standpoint, but you're getting an idea for what the company is all about. What promises are they making? What are they, how are they selling themselves? What are they selling? They have test prep on here. That's kind of a big thing, testing for exams. They are talking about studying with native teachers. So if you're not a native English teacher, this might not be available to you. That's why this is called the investigation phase. You're investigating to find out the right fit for you. And you can get even a lot of information from looking at it from the student's standpoint. Okay? See what students are saying about it. What do they like about it? You can go down here and read through all of their frequently asked questions. That will give you a lot of information about whether or not this is a place that you would like to work. And you can do this with any of the platforms that we looked at during the masterclass or that you find on the ultimate list or you find from some other medium. You want to be investigating. So now let's take a look as a freelancer. Of course, you have to set yourself up as a freelancer in order to be able to search through and look at other freelancer profiles. So I'm giving you a little sneak peek here, going in on my account. One of the things that you can do, they all have a search bar. So you can come and you want to search talent. I'm going to put in English lessons just to see what comes up. If I put in English lessons, that means that whoever is coming up, this freelancer has put English lessons into their profile. Okay, so immediately I see marketing professional and ESL teacher earned over $6,000 on the platform. Here's another gentleman, he's in Spain. So he might not be somebody that I'm competing with on the platform. Another person who is in Italy, the United States, the United Kingdom. You can even come over here and search specific locations if you want. And so let's just say I want to only see people in the United States, for example, who say they have English lessons. They have that terminology in their profile. Different ones, we'll just go ahead and use Bethany here. So if I click through to Bethany's account, I can see what she says about herself. I can see different jobs that she's done. I can take a look at her skills that she says she has, her previous education. So you just want to go on here and, maybe instead of English lessons, we put in English tutoring. I get different people coming up, and you can click through and see what they say about themselves. You can also see feedback from people that they've worked with. Okay, so the same thing applies even in the freelancing medium. Now let's take a look at Craigslist. I've already gone on to Craigslist. I've searched some sites. This is in Acapulco, Mexico. This is one of the closest places to me. So I just went there. You can see here is experienced bilingual teachers needed. That might not apply to you, but this is online. Here's another place that's looking for online English teachers. Another one looking for online English teachers. And you can see to get there quickly, what I did was I went to education and teaching from the main menu. I then, once I was in that section, I just put online into the search. So there's a couple of different things there. Here's another one. This is, let's just go to the main page. So this is the Philippines, PH. I can go to education. Once I'm in education, I can see there's just posted a couple of days ago, remote working online, part-time. You can look through there, see what they say about themselves. You may or may not find people offering their services. You might just find more opportunities there, but what you're really looking for here is somebody who is advertising themselves as a teacher or tutor. And once you find one of those, because you're going to be searching in whatever area you're most interested in, then you can see what they say about themselves and apply these same principles, okay? So this is a really great way to gather more information and to start to see how you're going to formulate your profile, where you might want to put yourself, what your price point is. So this is a little synopsis of how to do the investigation phase.